Not everybody knows me. I do modeling. I'm into fitness, beauty, fashion, inspiration, motivation, all these things. I do presenting.
Inspirational.
Nour is pretty unique. I had that vision in mind. They kind of judge a book by its cover. Yeah, this is who I am.
Good day. This is Elias with you. Dream Inspire, Dream Properties. As always, we are telling that we have figures in the studio. And today we have Nour Zougheib, by herself, one of the top influencers in Dubai. Welcome, Nour Zougheib.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, Nour Zougheib. Who is Nour?
Who is Nour? Nour is pretty unique. I do influencing on social media. I do modeling. I do presenting. I'm into fitness, beauty, fashion, inspiration, motivation, all these things.
You make me want to ask you a lot of questions, more than the ones which we were preparing, because I know some few of them which you're doing currently, but those looks like they are new things also you're doing. Fitness, yes, I know. Inspirational, how? You do inspirational. You divide your time.
Yep, I do divide my
way,
time.
No way.
So here's the thing. I feel like each person has a lot of things they're interested in, and I'm one of them. I'm interested in multiple things, and I try my best to, manage my time, try to be on, balanced in everything I do.
Okay, we heard that women, most of them are multitasking. Let me keep that way. So, from Lebanon.
Yeah.
How did you start? The journey started from Lebanon to Dubai until to be one of the successful and top influencers in Dubai.
Yeah, so I came to Dubai about 11 to 10 years ago. And I was pretty young, I'm just 22 years old. But I came, I went to school and then uni. And yeah, eventually I started my journey on social media. Just by myself. I had that vision in mind, and I just started it, and did it, continued, and I'm still doing it. I'm not there yet, but yeah, it's like a journey, so I'm still on that path.
22 years almost currently.
Yeah, literally tomorrow's my birthday.
Wow, congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you, we'll do something for that birthday.
Thank you.
But you were in the big stages.
Yeah.
You started somewhere. Because we want to know the journey, how you started from where you were, no one know her, till now the Nour which most everyone. No,
not everybody knows me, but I am yet to be there. I would say I'm still on the journey, we're pretty blessed to have met each other throughout that journey. I'm not there yet, but I would say how I started, your question was how I...
Yeah, you started somewhere.
I started somewhere, so I've always loved to be in front of the camera. It's always been one of my passions. Since I was young, I would literally take my camera, put it in front of me, and I would record myself just speaking to the camera, doing whatever, either makeup, just telling people, I pretended to have a YouTube channel back then. Well, hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I pretended to show them about my life. So this has always been engraved in me, I've always loved to be on camera. I didn't know back then when I was young what I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted to be there. So with that being said, when I was about 19 years old, I was like, okay, in order for me I need to start somewhere. So literally, I would collab with different photographers. I would have my own outfits at home. I would do my makeup, I'd do my hair. I would pick a location, go film, post it, boom. And this was like this consistently. And keep in mind, back then, you're doing all these things. People around you are like, what is she doing? You know what I mean? But I just knew it's gonna lead somewhere.
Everyone is doing the same what you're doing, but they're not going anywhere. So what is the difference which you were doing? How different were you doing, and what's the secret?
I would say being passionate, because a lot of people are doing it also for the wrong intentions. My intentions have always been pure. I knew that it was gonna get somewhere significant.
Okay.
It wasn't necessarily for my own how do you say, for my own glory.
Okay.
I knew there was going to be a message behind it. You know, in modeling, it is hard to show that because at the end of the day, you're just showing how you physically are. So that's why I also started my TikTok, where I would do motivational talk, I would do speeches, and that's when an opportunity of me presenting on stage came. So do you see how, like,
I still
Yeah.
am stagnant. Still, I'm not accepting what you're telling me because the
Yeah.
same thing which you are doing,
Yes.
everyone is doing currently, and still it does not work to them. So we need to know the secret.
the secret?
behind.
I would
Yeah.
say being passionate.
Everyone is passionate.
Not everyone is passionate. Some people, for example, are in front of the camera, they're just there. There's no core purpose. There's a purpose, there's a passion, and most importantly, I was giving everything that I have. So I was committing to it, and I was putting high quality. Everything that I did, I was not accepting for it to be less than average. I wanted it to be top. So even, can you imagine, sometimes I would film videos and I would go, like, I would spend so much time on it, and let's say the video would flop because the videographer that I filmed with wasn't good enough.
Okay.
And it was the first time I filmed with, and I would refuse to post it.
Okay. Okay.
Even with all the hard work, because I have a high standard for myself. And if I don't like it, how do I expect other people to like it?
Okay.
So I think high quality and consistency and perseverance. This is very important. You need to persevere in what you do.
Purpose. You have your purpose in your life.
Yes.
But there are other people also have purposes, but they don't know what their purpose.
What their purpose?
How can you advise somebody like him to get the purpose, to know the purpose of him to be in the world?
I would say to everybody watching this, if you are someone that is lost, you might be lost, you might be somebody that has dreams, but at the end of the day, you still don't, you can't find yourself. You need to know that you have a purpose. This is 100%. God has literally bestowed upon every single human being a purpose, a gift. And in order for you to find that gift, you need to try different things. You need to put yourself out there.
Okay.
Put yourself out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
You know, and even if you tried multiple things and you still didn't like it, you need to keep searching for it because you'll eventually find it. You know, and really just sit with yourself and take a look at what you love to do. It could be even in your hobbies, you might figure it out. Or it could be with you just sitting down. What do you love to do? Ask yourself these questions. You know what I mean? And you know how you will know? When you are doing the thing that you're doing, everything for you will be so much easier and you will be at peace. This is how I knew eventually. I struggled a lot with finding my purpose. I was very lost. You know how society is nowadays. Your parents are telling you, do this, do that, or you're seeing everybody, they're like, let's say majoring in medicine or they're majoring in engineering. You know, this pressure, I had to cut off all the noise. It took time and it's easier said than done. People tell you, yeah, just don't listen to them. When you are a young girl, right? You're a teenager, you're going through life and you've got all this noise coming from left and right. You have to really cut all the noise. And you know how I did that? God is my best friend. I literally surrendered everything to God. I told him, God, I don't know what my purpose is, but I know that you have a purpose for my life. Guide me, guide my steps, guide my way in order for me to reach it. And I promise you, everything that was happening in my life were going so correspondingly. Everything was working out.
Okay.
And it would be even, I would do things that I wouldn't see myself doing, but then this thing would lead to something else. I would meet somebody that, let's say, is in the industry that I'm in. And then one thing would lead to another. I'd make a connection that would help me.
Okay.
But the main thing is literally asking God and having faith that everything will work out, because you always have to just leave all the worry, leave all the doubt, surrender yourself to God, and He will make straight your paths.
You have the fashion, you have fitness.
Yeah.
Inspiration, which I hear today.
Yes.
I did not know that because I was seeing, I thought maybe you were doing it just like that. How do you manage your time doing all these things in a day?
So I don't do everything in one day. It's more of like what is going in first and how my day is flowing. For example, I wake up in the morning. If I have an event coming up, obviously all my attention needs to be on that. I cannot be focusing on modeling when I have something coming up. So nowadays, how it's going, it's more of like what's coming up, and that's where I'm putting all my focus in.
Okay.
But I'm also a visual person, which means that I need to see everything in front of me. So what I would do, I would have, the to-do list.
To-do list.
I tried so many different things. For example, the to-do list where it's like at 2 p.m. you need to be doing this.
Okay.
At 4 p.m. you need to be. This didn't work for me because I felt like I was in a school. I was doing my homework, and it just didn't work for me. I was running away from it. I was pushing it back, and then everything will be pushed.
Yeah.
So what worked for me the best is getting your own planner.
Okay.
Literally, no timing. Don't put yourself on a timing, but be intentional with what you need to do and make sure you do it.
Okay.
So that's what I would
Physical
say.
fitness. Mostly we are talking about the mental health now. Because most of the people do exercises, but maybe they don't know I'm doing for what purposes, maybe for body fitness only. But does it work with mental health to you? Exactly.
For me, fitness literally, I would say, made me such a better person in every single aspect. Now, I started my fitness journey and it did affect how I think because it does give you that sharpness. When you are working out, you're pushing for the next rep, it gives you that sharpness. When you are committing to fitness where it's like, okay, I want to work out 5 times a week, this gives you the discipline and the will to stick to what you need to do. So it gave me the discipline, it gave me the sharpness, it gave me a stronger mentality. But I would tell everyone that fitness isn't the only thing because fitness works on your physical aspects. Yes, it does correlate with some mental aspect, but you need to not only be physically fit, you need to be mentally fit and spiritually fit. So these are the 3 things that you need to be fit at.
Nour, you have a role model, I know.
Yeah.
Most of the people are telling, it's my father, it's my mother. I hope you're not the same.
No, God, Jesus Christ is my role model. I would say it.
They forgot
literally.
there were 3, father, mother, and God. Most of the people who I'm just talking to them, they say, my role model is my father or mother or God. For you, it's God.
It's just God.
Okay.
That's what it is.
There is somebody who is guiding you upon your schedule per day. Or there is no one. It's you by you managing all the stuff at once.
I'm managing I don't have no manager. I don't have no assistant. I don't have somebody that's telling me do this, do that. No. Plus, there are many tools. You just have to educate yourself, you know? If you really want to do something, you will find a way. You know? For example, if you're trying to build a business and you're new in the industry, you have no idea about what business is, you don't have connections, the first thing you need to do is grab you a book for 30 dirhams, grab you a book for 30 dirhams, or you've got YouTube. YouTube is free of charge. Go on YouTube and start learning, right? Start paying some extra dirhams on going to events and connecting with other people. Because what will that do? It'll open you doors for you. So you can always find the way and find the time all by yourself, and you're everything that you need. You don't be making excuses like, oh, I need this, I can't do this. However, if you do want to, if you got to a place where you have the privilege, let's say, to hire an editor, which I did. I hired an editor. That's fine. That's no problem. But I'm saying if you don't have that, because I didn't have that once upon a time, then just do what you gotta do. Do it yourself.
About the big stages which we are seeing you, because we are seeing you in the big stages now. I saw you in one summit almost
the
a week
Brand Me
ago.
Summit. Shout out Brand Me Summit.
So Do they call you, or how do you meet with those guys until they trust you and give you that kind of opportunity to work with them?
So I was blessed enough to know the founders. They're a really good friend of mine, Ayman Al-Yaman and his brother Ghazi Al-Yaman. They're good friends of mine. We started our journey from TikTok. That's how we eventually knew each other. And they did a very good job of building their network, and they decided with all the connections they have, with all the networks they have, they want to build their own summit. And obviously they knew me because I also did presenting, so I presented before, and they wanted me to present at their summit. So that's how it happened.
So you are telling us that people have to be interactive in social media because most of the deals also may come from that side.
I would say that network is your net worth. So if I didn't build that network with these types of people, I wouldn't have gotten that opportunity. And same thing with my other events. I knew people that this is how it started, like with people, and then they introduced other people, and then you get to know other. So this is how it is. Networking is extremely important, and having a very strong network is what's gonna make you get to the top.
Okay. Do you have friends?
So if we were to define friends, I would say my mother is my friend. I do have friends. Of course, I do have friends.
The closest one who you share a lot
I don't have many close friends. I only have one. Can you imagine?
Why?
I never had one real friend.
Why, if I may know?
So here's the thing, right? I think, what is a friend? Let's first determine what a friend is. A friend is somebody who has your back, somebody who supports you, somebody that wants the best for you. In this generation, it's very hard to find that because people do wish you well, but they don't want you to do better than them.
Okay.
So I've gotten to see a lot of people's true colors once I was like on my way. You know, here's the thing, when you're not climbing the ladder, everybody loves you.
Of course.
But when you're making moves, then people are gonna be like, whoa, what is she doing?
Okay.
What is this? What is that? You know, they would be shocked. You would be such a lucky person if you found a friend that would be happy with all the successes, all the things that you are having in your life. I do have one, but she's actually out of the country. We went to school together. But I do have friends that I can count on for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dubai.
Yeah.
How is it treating you, and how do you see Dubai by yourself?
I love Dubai. Dubai is the city of opportunities. It is the city to genuinely come here. If you have a dream, just give it your all, because whoever is living in Dubai, this is actually a privilege. Because your environment is actually supporting you to get to the next level. Some people are not living in a city that is safe, that has a good environment. You've got everything you need, the opportunities,
Diversified.
the diversity, you've got everything. So if you're not using all of these to your advantage, I think you're doing the wrong thing, and you need to start doing that. You know, people wish to be here because of everything that is going on, all the opportunities. So honestly, UAE is like my second country. It's my home.
Okay.
So yeah.
We'll get to the next ones after this short break. We are having a break, and then we'll get back with the Nour Zougheib, 22 years old influencer. Thank you.
Yo!
We are back with Nour Zougheib, Dream Inspired, Dream Properties, as always, we are telling you. So today we have this figure, one of the top influencers in Dubai, and we are going to the next part. Nour, you are successful. One of the successful influencers in Dubai, whether you like, whether you don't, but I know that because people saying that. I take it from them. What pushes you? What gives you that drive of being that successful?
I think it's more of like what gives me the push to persevere to where I want to get to. And that's me fulfilling my purpose on this earth. And when I want to fulfill my purpose on this earth, I want to make sure that other people took something from me being on this earth. And when I eventually see that I've helped people, or I've gotten to a place in my life where I was able to make somebody smile or somebody get out of their situation or inspire other people, then I would say I am successful.
Okay.
It's about the significance you do to other people.
You're not successful currently.
I would say I'm on my way. I would say successful in a way where it's like spiritually I am successful, but I wouldn't say where my vision is. I didn't get there yet, but I'm on my way for sure.
You're doing fashion also.
Yeah.
You're successful in spiritual, fine. Fashion and business, how do you mix those kind? You are doing fashion in business or business in fashion?
So on my social media, it's mostly fashion content and fitness and sports and all of this. Eventually, I do have a vision of opening up my own company, whether that be whatever it may be. Actually, I'm not going to spoil it, but definitely, I think for me now, I'm just building my name in the industry. This is what I'm focusing on. This is my main brand, I would say.
Quick questions just came on my mind. The first one, entrepreneurship on your side, is it on the blood or God is making a path to you? And the second one, personal branding, does it help in business or it's nothing?
I think for me, entrepreneurship is definitely in the blood. Because I just feel like something is driving me to take that route of mine. It's not like, it came from somebody gave it to me. No. It's always been engraved. I've always wanted to be a person of significance and build something of my own. This has always been there. And definitely God has been the one that is guiding my path. Now, for your second question, I do believe that personal branding is extremely important because it is literally how you connect with your audience. It is who you are, your vision, what you are putting out there, how people are getting inspired by you. It is literally everything you stand for. So if you stand for nothing and you're not doing all these things that you're meant to do, then you're never going to have a successful brand.
The challenges which you are facing until to be Nour, which we are seeing here today, there are some people who likes to be like you now. But 5 years back, the challenges you are facing, are you able to share them?
So I would say some of the challenges I had to face through my journey were being underestimated when you know your full potential. There's going to be a lot of people in, let's say, a room that you might be in, or people you come across that may not see the light that is in you. So that was some of the challenge of like not letting them dictate who I am, not letting somebody underestimate me, dictate my potential, dictate where I'm meant to be, dictate where I'm meant to go. This is extremely important. So whoever is going through that, don't ever take no criticism, no hate, nothing personal, nothing. It does not define who you are. So thankfully, I'm at a stage where if somebody tells me something, I'm like a hard rock. Like it doesn't really get to me because I know exactly who I am. But growing up, of course, you don't have all that confidence in yourself. You're still trying to prove to yourself that you're something. You're worth something. And when you've got all that hate coming through, it can be a bit challenging. But yeah, I just have to tell everybody, just don't let anything get to you and just focus on your gift. Focus on I bumped on the mic.
It's okay.
Focus on your gift. Focus on what God has gifted you.
Okay.
And just keep going. Keep going.
The small question for 15 seconds. Where are you getting hate from?
Not on social
media?
media. I would say not necessarily. I mean, I did when I was doing motivational talk, a lot of negative comments were coming. Like, who does she think she is? Or like, imagine you're saying something positive and somebody's commenting on your hair. Like, excuse me, can you curl your hair more? Or, I'm sorry, but I am putting content for the purpose of what I am trying to tell other people. And some people, unfortunately, they're focusing on the wrong things. This is one of them, but I would say a lot throughout my career, like I came across people who, maybe gave me rejections or didn't see the light in me, didn't see me for who I genuinely am.
Okay.
So
5 years to come, who will be Nour?
hopefully, by God's grace, one of the most influential influencers in the Middle East.
Middle East,
Middle East.
not only Dubai.
No, Middle East.
Wow, that's a big projection, I think.
Yeah, and I'm declaring it. I'm putting it out there, and that's what I believe I'm gonna get. And this is proof, actually.
Okay, what can we learn from you? Because I know you have a lot of things which we need to learn from you. The viewer, what can he learn from you?
What can you learn? I would say just listen to what you genuinely want and listen to your heart before you listen to anybody around you, before you listen to your parents, before you listen to your friends, before you listen to what society is telling you. Listen deep into your heart and see what you want to do, see what you want to achieve, and go for it. No matter what the circumstances are, have a plan. This is very important. You need to have a plan and you need to work towards achieving it, which means committing to it no matter what. It might take few months, it might take few years, but if you genuinely want something, you will eventually get there. This is 100%. So I would say just persevere and be passionate in what you do. Do everything with love. Be kind to other people so that love and kindness comes back to you. This is very important. And never have an ego, no matter how big you become. I'm not as big as I'm still on my journey, but even when I do get there, I would never want pride or ego to be part of me, because I think this is a curse that literally gets to a lot of stars or big influencers.
Okay. You believe on giving?
Yes.
Do you believe on charity?
Yes, I do.
You believe when you give, you can receive?
Receive. Not necessarily financially as well. If you thought financially, a lot of people don't have the financial stability to be able to give, but I'm saying give whatever you can give. And what I mean by that, if you're walking on the streets and you saw somebody and you smiled at them, this smile may potentially change up their mood. You literally did something great. So never hesitate to do something good, no matter how small it is. Even a thank you or please, always say thank you. And please always be kind to anybody that you come across. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And even if you come across people that are below you, I would say, I don't like to use that term because I believe everyone has a gift and everybody is the same. We all do the same thing. We all go to the bathroom. We all shower. We all do that, right? But I'm saying no matter who you come across with, always be kind to them.
Okay.
Always treat people the way you want to be treated and never judge other people.
Okay. So you believe in that Bible which it says that do one good deed once a day, at least?
It's more of of course, we need to keep the commandments. Jesus Christ, he has you seeing all these commandments that are in the Bible, which are pretty basic. Obviously, never steal, never kill, all of these commandments that he has. I think that's very important to follow them for sure.
Do you have anything to add? Because for me, if you don't stop me, I will continue till tomorrow on your birthday.
I want to say thank you so much for having me. It has been a pleasure to be here, and I'm sure your podcast is going to do amazing in the future.
Thank you.
And it's going to be a testimony to look back one day and be like, wow, because this is actually my first podcast I do.
Yes.
So
it was very hard. Thank you. It was very hard to convince you to be in this one.
No, don't be hard on me. I promise you. I've always wanted to come here, but it's just with work and everything, things got pushed. Thank God now we're here. We did it, and I'm just extremely grateful and happy to be here.
Thank you.
And I hope everybody that watched this podcast learned something, right? Because this is the main thing. If this podcast helped one person, this is enough for me.
That's it.
So
That's it.
what you're doing is amazing. Just keep doing it. And yeah, thank you guys so much, and thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed. This is Elias, Dream Inspire, Dream Properties. This is Nour Zougheib, and we had with her here, mostly discussing and talking about how she gets here, where we see her now. One of the top influencers in Dubai, but the plan is to be in the Middle East. Keep learning on Dream Inspire, Dream Properties together. Let us do the business, let us do the deals. I'm Elias, bye for now.